Guys, and welcome back to Casual Commander. I'm Tim,
And I'm Chris.
and this is not our second take, so don't think it is.
Jesus Christ.
Today's our St. Patty's Day episode. This episode, it is not St. Patty's Day of time of recording, but it will be when it comes out, or at least the day before, because it'll be Sunday.
Yeah, it's fine. It's right on time.
It's close enough.
Close enough.
Yeah, it's the day everyone's going to be drinking, I bet.
Probably. Sunday?
And a Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to be listening to us hungover.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing better for you, for your hangover, than just listening to us bicker and get annoyed at each other.
Bicker and get annoyed, Tim. What is this, a regular episode?
That's my point.
Yeah, I know. I can't believe we've been doing this for almost 5 years.
Dude, Jesus Christ. Part of me is, like, really surprised.
Oh, my God.
Like, it's been almost 5 years, right? It'll be 5 in May.
We started in 2021. So actually 4 years. We're on
4
season
years.
5.
Yeah, we did 2 seasons that one.
Yeah, we did
The
2
1
seasons
year.
in 1 year because we were like, how long can this last?
I mean, it was honestly a regular size season for something, but, like, in terms of the year, yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
But I can't believe it's
But
been
here
4
we are.
years. Yeah.
Just making sure we sound okay. All right, cool.
Okay.
I know we tend to have problem with sound.
Honestly, we have problem with sound, usually problem with getting, like, the right screen pulled up at the right time.
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah.
For anyone who's listening to the pod live, or listening to the pod, remember you can always check us out on Twitch at EDH But Casual for any of these live recordings, which is why we keep talking about sound and why we're doing all this intro stuff and whatnot, whatever. Anyway, today, in our previous rendition, Tim had already recorded it, but I'm going to say it now. We are doing a St. Patrick's Day episode to celebrate one of my favorite holidays. Maybe.
It's definitely up there. I'm more of a Cinco de Mayo guy. Sorry, all my Irish friends. I don't have any. I think it's just one.
Me!
No, like real Irish.
Real Irish. Not us fake Irish.
Yeah.
Not us American Irish.
Well,
So,
just you. You're the only fake one.
thank you. A big shout out to Justin.
Yeah, he's a real one.
So today in our episode, Tim and I are going to be listing and going through and discussing our top 10 favorite green cards. We figured, what's better for Ireland than the color green? St. Patty's Day. Basically, the celebration of green.
Yeah, not boiling it down to a simple stereotype whatsoever.
You're right. We should also do white and orange. You forgot about the orange color in Magic, didn't you?
I genuinely did, yeah.
Wow. Wrong.
We could have
Wrong
done
of
white.
you. Well, no. Green and white. We would need to have done red, too. But that's not Ireland.
That's Italy.
That's right. And we're not Italian.
I mean,
I did not bippity.
I bippity.
I didn't bippity once in my life.
I bippitied quite a bit.
Oh, yesterday, actually, was National Spaghetti Meatball Day.
Was it really?
It was. Did you have spaghetti meatball?
I didn't even know that was a day. Chris, we don't need a national day for
Every
that.
day is spaghetti meatball day. Anyway, before we get into our top 10 favorite green cards, that's going to sound really weird throughout the whole episode.
Is it?
Green cards?
Oh, yeah. Chris, they're gold cards now.
They're gold cards. Quick shout out. Did you see the release of the new SpongeBob cards?
Dude,
I love them.
It's what I wanted, right? I was like, the only way I can get into this is if they lean into the meme status. Counterspell?
Amazing.
Mwah.
Oh my
Chef's
God.
kiss.
Amazing.
Oh my God.
I think the funniest part too is all of them are done by Magic artists. So Wizards paid artists to recreate stills from the episodes. And I tell you what, they nailed it.
Are they really not just prints?
No.
Oh.
They're actual reprints. Like
Wow,
redrawings.
okay. I guess that makes sense because like it would be stealing if they just took a screenshot of
Exactly.
the episode. But is it not still using the likeness?
I mean, it sure is,
Yeah.
but somehow Wizards got the license for it.
Oh, I'm sure Nickelodeon's fine with it.
Oh, yeah. But
well, after they pay.
yeah. Oh, sure. So, I mean, Gary is Toxro. Amazing.
It's so stupid.
Patrick is a vanilla legend. So good. So good.
What was it? Sneak attack? It's when he's like on the top of his rock home. And
Oh, something like that. It's just so good.
Oh.
What else? Counterspell, obviously, is
the-
SpongeBob is a chicken.
Yeah. Kiss me.
Mr. Krabs is who is Mr. Krabs?
Was he like monologue tax or
No,
or
he was a creature.
was a
Sandy
creature.
was Tolsky, which just makes me happy.
Tolsky?
The bearer of secrets, the one indestructible squirrel that
Oh
draws cards.
yeah, okay, yeah. That tracks. Don't
Plankton
mess
was
with
Skrelv,
Yeah.
the mono white bug.
That's fair.
I'm surprised they didn't make him like putrid imp or something like that.
I mean, I feel like I get that Gary's a snail and Toxrill. He's a slug, isn't he? Or is he a snail?
He's a snail, I think. Whatever he is, he's a slug. I don't think snail's a creature type,
Well, that's yeah. So
I think they had to make it slug. He might be a monster.
He's
Can't tell from that art.
He is a slug horror.
He's a slug horror, but
Which-
he might have a shell.
not from this art.
Not from that art. Go to the other variants. Down below the picture. Not that far. Right below the picture is a number. Click
Other
it.
variants.
Click it.
2.
Click it.
I did.
Click 1.
I'll click 1. Oh.
There you go. He's a snail. Maybe? I can't tell.
No, that's a slug.
That's a slug, right? Are we able to see that? Oh, I cannot. We can't. You have to turn the screen visibility on.
I wanted to pull it up first before.
Yeah.
So yeah.
There we go.
He's a slug.
He's a slug boy. So what you're going to have to do in this case is just when we're done with this window, just minimize it. And then that hides it. So if you minimize Chrome, it hides it on the stream.
It did not hide it on the stream.
Pretty sure it's supposed to.
It didn't.
It didn't.
It did not. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit the
Toggle
hide
that
button.
on and off. Okay, that's fine. All right. So yeah, obviously absolutely amazing on the SpongeBob. You know, like they're all reprints. There's nothing mechanically unique. I'm like, if that's a secret layer, I'm all for it. I think that's what secret layer was meant for.
Yep.
I think that's what we should do. And I obviously want 8 counter spells.
Yeah. It's the fact that it is just full meme, I think, is making it bearable, which you would think I get that that's kind of like hypocritical, because my whole thing is like, oh, I don't want to be playing, the Fortnite person in Magic.
As long as it's not mechanically unique, play whatever you want. I don't care.
I know, but it does kind of break like the immersion for me. And
You got immersion.
yes, if it's fantasy and then all of a sudden it's just like, here's John Wick the card.
I'm in.
I'm not.
As long as it's not mechanically unique. Play whatever you want. I think Magic is a great way to represent yourself. And so if you are a Fortnite bro, good for you.
And don't hide who you are.
Don't hide who you are. Be who you are.
No, not around me.
No, be what Tim wants you to be.
Yeah.
I think that's the motto of today. Be what Tim wants you to be.
Yeah.
All right. Top 10 cards.
You want to go first?
I think so. I do have some honorable mentions. So I had a really hard time actually picking my top 10.
Okay.
So I don't think you have to pull these. Don't look.
I'm looking at you.
I don't think you have to pull these up because they're honorable mentions, and
Okay.
most of them people probably know.
Fine.
So first honorable mention is Craterhoof.
I'm surprised he's not in the actual.
I thought about him being in my top 10, but then I realized like I only play him in one deck. Like he used to be the go-to card for closing out green games. He still kind of is, but like I feel like in terms of, remember, I'm not ranking cards based on how powerful they are. I'm ranking them on how much I like them.
That's fair. So you're just falling out of favor with.
A little bit.
Okay.
A little bit, right? Like I'm still gonna play it, but like I have him in Squirrels.
Yeah.
And like when I play him, when I have him in my hand, I'm like, this kind of feels like a dead card.
Okay.
Like it's dead early on. You have to be ahead for it to really be for it to do well.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean it's not an aggressively strong card.
Okay.
Number 2, I did not include these as well because they felt like cheating. Doubling Season.
Oh.
Parallel Lives. Honorable mention. Very strong cards. Don't get me wrong, right? Like, I really like these cards, but I feel like we talk about them so much, and there are other cards I feel like would be more fun.
That's fair.
Number 3, in the same vein, Bop. Bop, Llanowar Elves, all those mana dorks.
Yeah, I did not.
Right? I mean, when I think of green, one of the first cards that comes to mind is Birds of Paradise.
It's me, not me. I don't know why. Don't get me wrong. It's obviously if you say Bop, I'm like, yeah, okay, green card, green staple. Was not even remotely close to being on my list.
It's up there. It's one of those to me that's like, it is so quintessentially green, a flying creature that makes mana.
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
Like that's green's personality, but also I don't really play it much because there are things that have become it gets outclassed a little bit. I feel it's still very good, right? If you run a bird, you're doing great. Like you're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
The last one, this was if I had to name a top 11, this is number 11.
Okay.
Forgotten Ancient.
Oh,
this one you
okay.
probably want to pull up.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
that one's less iconic.
Don't forget to unhide this one.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pull it up first and get it positioned.
That's good enough.
And then.
So Forgotten Ancient, if you want to go back to the web.
Oh.
Oh.
What the heck? What is wrong with this thing's trackpad?
I don't know. And maybe I'll get you a mouse.
Yeah.
I'll read it out. 3 and a green for a 0/3 elemental. Whenever a player casts a spell, you may put a +1/+1 counter on it. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may move any number of +1/+1 counters from Forgotten Ancient onto other creatures. So, I mean, it's so green. It's just such a quintessential green deck. If you're running a counter deck, this basically is an auto include.
Yeah.
Right.
That's fair.
And it's not like you can only move it from him to one creature. You can just do whatever you want with your counters.
That's true.
So just have fun.
I'll be honest. A lot of my green cards kind of revolve around +1/+1 counters.
But it's green.
Sure. Didn't include him.
Wow. Did you forget about him?
I don't think I have him in any of my decks.
Really?
Yeah.
I think he's in a bunch of precons.
He might be... Oh, if he's in a precon, sure, and I just don't... I can't think of which one off the top of my head. He may... The only one he would be in would be Atraxa, and I don't remember. Actually, let me see, like, what other... He doesn't have any other...
He's printed a ton.
Oh, so they just didn't include...
His art was like the old school art.
Yeah. Maybe if I saw, like, the old school art, I would remember.
Yeah,
if
this guy. Because that's a jump start. This guy. I know you have him in something.
Oh, he's definitely in Atraxa.
Yeah, you definitely have him in something.
Yeah. Sorry. So he's definitely in Atraxa. I don't think he's in any other of my decks, though. At least decks that I myself have made.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
it's a good one, though.
I had him in... I think he's an Ivy. He might be... He was in... Kraj.
Yeah.
He's definitely in Yarok. Like... He brings a lot of value.
That's fair. All right.
Okay. All right. Are you ready? Are you now ready? Those are my honorable mentions. They're very strong cards, but don't webcam. Oh, hide. Yeah, hide Windows capture. There you go. Yeah. They're very strong cards that I like, but like I didn't want to just make this the doubling season show because that's what we always do. Mm-hmm. Right. So, top 10. Mm-hmm. My top 10 is a catch-all. Just to not piss you off.
I think the catch-all would piss me off. Because you're like, top 10, here's 80 cards.
Well, no, I have 3, 4 identified, and it's all kind of grouped in together. Okay. Squirrels.
No, that's dumb.
Fine, okay. Chitter Spitter.
Okay.
Fine, I'll specifically name Chitter Spitter because that's my favorite of the 4.
Yeah, pick one.
Fine, Chitter Spitter.
Cool.
I like it. It's a fun card. It's a great card in Squirrels.
I'm proud of you for standing on principle.
Fine. I also named Chatterstorm, Tolsky, and Squirrel Nest, but...
Nope. You get one.
I get one. Chitter Spitter. It's no space.
Is it...
It's just such a great squirrel card. 2 and a green. Artifact. At the beginning of... Oh, I was in the middle of reading it. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may sacrifice a token. If you do, put an acorn counter on Chitter Spitter. Squirrels you control get +1/+1 for each acorn counter on Chitter Spitter. Tap in a green, create a 1/1 green squirrel creature token. I love this card. It's such a cheesy card. It's so squirrel.
It's so squirrel. That's just so squirrel.
It's just a squirrel.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like an annoyingly good squirrel card. And it's not even like a terrible card overall, you know? Like...
It makes squirrels.
It makes squirrels. So like
it's such an enabler for Chatterstorm or Chatterfang.
Sure, and like don't get me wrong, you lose a lot of this energy if it's not a squirrel deck, but it also just makes a token. You know, like you can just pay a green, get a squirrel, get a blocker.
Sure.
A little stupid annoying blocker.
They work. Now the problem is I would have put Chatterfang here, but Chatterfang is not mono green.
He is not, and we did say it was going to be green
it has
only.
to be green only.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. What's your number? What's your 10?
My number 10, and I didn't go. I went in somewhat of a specific order. I would say the last 2 or 3 are really the actual order of like ones I want to talk about the most.
Okay.
So from now until like 7,
Just
kind
whatever.
of in
Yeah.
whatever order I thought of them. What?
Just the way you said that. In whatever order I thought of them.
It's not going to be a surprise to anyone, but my number, just the first one I want to talk about is Heroic Intervention. I know you were like, oh, well, we can't talk about the staples because it's boring and we talk about them all the time. I don't care, man. Heroic Intervention, such a good card. If you're running a green deck, and the price has come down a lot, so it's more feasible to put it in your deck. It used to be like $12. You're not going to put it in every one. It's, I think, down to like 6, maybe 7.
They've reprinted it to hell.
A bunch,
so.
yeah. Which is good, because it's
It
a
is.
great card.
It is.
I'll read it out. Most people probably know what it says, but 1 in a green for an instant. Permanents you control gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. It's classic, man. It's just so good and so worth putting in any deck that has green, that runs creatures. Even maybe not if they run creatures, because it says permanents, so like you can protect artifacts, enchantments, anything.
Honestly, I'm surprised I made it green.
It's not the greenest card.
It's not the greenest card, but it sure is
sure
one of the
is.
most popular greens now.
Yeah. And one of the most popular greens is not green. But yeah, it's a classic. It's so good. I love it with all my heart.
It's on my list.
Is it really? I knew
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. That one is definitely on there.
Okay. So, I mean, do you want to just talk about why you included it? How do you want to do that when we hit overlaps?
I'll just give my opinion
Okay,
at the
yeah,
time.
I think that's good.
Number 9 is a new card, a recent card, that I have taken a strong liking to of late because I think it's just so much fun.
Galta.
Not Galta. It is Bristly Bill,
Oh, yeah, wow, I'm surprised he's lower.
Spine Sower. Well, he's lower because I haven't seen him too much. But when I have seen him, I love this guy. Can you pull up the full screen so I can read
Oh,
it?
yeah. Sorry. Man, you need glasses.
No, it's tiny.
I read it from there.
There's a camera in the way, or microphone in the way.
Well, that's a better excuse than it's
Whatever.
tiny.
1 and a green for a legendary creature plant druid. 2/2 with a landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Then for 3 green, double the number of +1/+1 counters on each creature you control. Wake up, little ones. There's a new day ahead.
Okay, terrible accent notwithstanding. Yeah, he's insane. The fact that he is 2 mana is crazy to me.
Like, literally Bumbleflowers based around this guy.
Yeah, like...
He's so good.
Yeah.
He's just insane, right? He brings early game value with the landfall when you're playing your Cultivates, you're playing your Farseeks.
Yeah.
And then he brings end game value with doubling everything, right? He's a great include.
Yeah.
He can buff himself, he can buff whatever you want. Hardened Scales, now it's 2 +1/+1 counters.
Yeah.
Doubling Season, now it's 2, right? Like
Double
it's
the
easy.
number of +1/+1 counters.
Double that
Hardened
number.
Double +1.
That's right, big money. I mean, in terms of like, is he going to like hit the table and just win you the game? No, he's not.
No.
But what he really excels at is that continuous benefit.
And he's like sneaky benefit, right? Like he is not a kill on sight benefit, right?
No, you're like, all right, whatever. Here's a +1. Here's a +1.
Yeah.
No big deal, right? What's 1 counter for a land?
But then it's turn 3 and you have the 6 mana you can use to tap him and double
Yeah.
all your counters, and you're like, oh shit.
Or you hit like an Awake in the Woods and you play like 12 lands.
Yeah.
And everyone goes, oh.
Crap.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, no, he's so good.
I just really like him. I like him as a card. I'm glad I got him when I did.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure his value is like absolutely spiking.
He did go up, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, what's your number 9?
Number 9 for me, Cultivate.
Oh, yeah?
I love Ramp, man. I'm not... Do I need to pull up Cultivate?
No, I think you're
Yeah.
good. 2 and a green for a sorcery. Go find 2 basic lands. 1 on the battlefield tapped, 1 to hand.
It's amazing.
What more do we need?
You get an extra land that turn. Hopefully, an extra land that turn. You get one in hand for next turn.
Hopefully, an extra land. By hopefully, you mean yes. Why else would you cast it?
If you hopefully you already put a land down for turn.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Big brain play. Actually, it doesn't really matter. You could cast it. It's a good way to fix your land too, because let's say you really need a blue, you can use cultivate to go get a blue to play it that turn.
Yeah, as long as
you haven't played a land yet.
You haven't played a land. Well, no, it doesn't matter if you played a land. It's a spell.
No. What I mean is let's say you have 3 green on the battlefield and you really need a blue. You can cast cultivate,
Sure.
put a blue on the battlefield, and draw a blue, and then play that blue.
Yeah,
so
sure.
it gives you some degree of mana fixing, the turn that you play it.
Yeah, as long as you've got the one green, not hard to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's such a good card, right? And it's so cheap, both in cost of the card and then cost of the mana. It's 3 mana for 2 lands. Even if one's delayed by a turn, that's not bad. That's not a bad rate.
That's a deal.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the other ones, right? The expensive ones are, the 3 visits that they have forced enters untapped.
Yeah.
Right. It doesn't say basic, so you can get a really good thing.
Sure.
Right. But 2 lands for 3 mana, I'll take that any day.
3 the ones that give you that they don't say basic land and they come in untapped. Those are the higher powered ramp.
Sure.
Cultivate's just no one's gonna be mad when you cultivate,
Oh, I hate you.
Oh, well, you've got problems.
I have many problems.
Yeah.
And cultivate's one of them.
Well, okay, well, I can't help you there, bud.
It's also on my list.
Is it really? Nice. I'm surprised. We're probably gonna have a decent amount of overlap.
Probably.
Yeah.
All right, my number 8.
Okay.
Realm Walker.
Okay, I am gonna pull that one up.
Yep.
Realm Walker.
Do you not know this one?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay, this card's great.
Yeah.
You gotta share your screen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Window capture.
I know.
Okay.
I was just pulling it up first.
Okay.
Oh my
clicky,
gosh.
clicky.
You think I'm done?
A little bit.
You're done.
Realm Walker, 2 and a green for a 2/3 shapeshifter. It has Changeling. As it enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may cast creature spells of the chosen type from the top of your library. I mean, he just goes in any green deck that's any kind of kindred, right? He's in cat dog. He's in squirrels. He just basically gives you an extra card.
Yeah.
You have any type of top deck fixing. He's just great.
Yeah.
I mean, there are other cards that do something similar to this. I think Oracle of Moldiah or whatever it is. What's the one that lets you cast creatures from the top of your library or play lands from the top of your library?
Oh, Courser of Crufix?
That sounds right.
That's lands.
That's
I'm
lands.
pretty sure.
Yeah. But so there's lots of cards that really do what he does, but the fact that he is a changeling that can apply to any creature type, I think really goes a long way for making him one of my favorite.
Yeah, no, he's really good. Like you said, just there's no reason if you're in green and you're doing a kindred deck to not have him included for some reason,
Yeah.
He's just really strong.
Hydra? He is a Hydra.
He is a Hydra.
He is a Hydra.
Doesn't look like it, but he is.
He's the ugliest squirrel I've ever seen.
He's probably the coolest looking squirrel.
He's a sliver.
He is a sliver.
He is a sliver.
That is true.
Dude, I always consistently forget that I have a sliver deck.
So my next one, in direct defiance of Chris, is Parallel Lives. I love it, man. Doubling Season, even better, but also way more expensive.
Okay.
Like
dollar-wise?
Dollar-wise, yeah.
Okay.
I think
they're about equal.
They might be about equal mana-wise.
Hold on. No, mana-wise, no. Doubling Season's 1 mana more.
Okay.
You keep talking about it, and I'll read it out loud, and I'll find the price.
So, Parallel Lives is 3 and a green. If an effect would create 1 or more tokens under your control, it creates twice that many tokens instead. Doubling Season does the exact same thing, but throw in counters as well.
Counters and tokens, yep.
Counters, and that's what this is.
Parallel Lives is averaged of 30. The market is $37.
Okay. I'm just gonna pull it up because one I love.
Doubling season, the market is $39. So they're actually
Really?
about the same
Okay.
price.
I didn't think they were. I thought Parallel Lives was a lot cheaper.
Doubling season has been printed a lot recently.
That's fair. Yeah, I think if we went back like a year, maybe 2 years,
Yeah.
because it was like 80 at one point. But so yeah, Parallel Lives, one of my favorites. Doubling Season, also one of my favorites, but I just don't have as many.
What did you and I trade?
It was before they printed it a bunch.
Yeah.
It was.
I gave you a Jeweled Lotus, didn't I?
I thought that was for the Mana Drain.
I did not give you a Jeweled Lotus for Mana Drain.
Okay, then maybe it was the Doubling Season.
It was Doubling season or something else. I don't remember what it was.
What did I give you the Mana Drain then for?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Regardless.
Clearly had an impact.
That's right.
I think. Well, I got the Doubling Season, right? Or did you get the Doubling Season?
I got the doubling.
Okay.
You gave me the only Doubling season I have, I think.
Okay. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Jeweled Lotus price.
Yeah, that's hurting. I won that trade.
Yeah. Did you? What is it at now?
Jeweled Lotus?
Yeah.
Probably nothing.
You think nothing? I guess if it's banned and the only thing it works for.
It jeweled. I can't spell. Jeweled Lotus. $50 still, actually. Why?
I guess Magic History. I don't know.
guess.
Like, look at this broken card we can't play anymore. I mean, Mana Crypt. Well, Mana Crypt you can play in other formats, but yeah, that's weird. But yeah, I love them. I lucked out. I forget what. Maybe it was Modern Horizons 2 or 3 when they reprinted a bunch of the Doubling Seasons or Parallel Lives. I think I pulled 3.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
So you made it out pretty good.
I did make it. Yeah.
All right.
All right. What's your next one?
My number 7 is very exciting. Cryptolithrite.
Okay.
Do you see a theme? I like things that give lots of value. That's Cryptolith Fragment.
Yeah. Why did that?
Cryptolithrite. The second one.
Yeah.
There you go.
I think I just didn't drag the thing down enough.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So it is 1 and a green for an enchantment. I had to have an enchantment, you know?
Well, yeah.
Creatures you control have tap, add 1 mana of any color. What's better? 1 bird of paradise or all birds of paradise?
It depends on the frame of the question. What is in what sense? There's 2 schools of thought, Chris.
Okay, go ahead. Let me hear him. Let me just look at the camera disappointed. Tim, tell us your 2 schools of thought.
What if I played a card that says lose 1 health for every creature you control, and they're all birds of paradise?
Do they still tap for mana?
No.
You have a magical card that opponents lose 1 health and they can no longer tap for mana.
Also, you were staring into the camera. I had not hit.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay.
Honestly, that's a little on you.
That is. I gotta stop letting you use the laptop. What's the second school of thought?
What if you're stranded on an island?
Okay. These aren't schools of thought. These are hypotheticals. What's your school of thought, Tim?
Okay, I'm on an island.
You idiot.
And the only source of food... I don't know, man.
Cryptolithrite is a kill on-site enchantment.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's very strong, especially if you have... Like, again, it's in squirrels, and basically if I play that, squirrels are popping off.
Yeah.
That's just what happens. They basically can pay for themselves on Chatterfang's ability.
Does he give them haste?
Oh, crap. No, he doesn't.
Have you been playing your deck
No.
wrong?
I
You
didn't
probably
even
just
think
need
about
like
that.
something else that gives
Do I
creatures
have
haste.
Concordant Crossroads? Maybe I have that.
You might have that.
Probably have that. But I have not been playing it wrong.
That's
Story.
that's fair.
That is a good point, right? Like, you still have summoning sickness with that ability.
With that part, but like if you play the enchantment and all of the squirrels are already out,
Yeah.
they just double themselves.
Got lots of mana.
Yeah.
That's right. Just double it up. Double mana.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's an amazing card.
It is a very good card. That's part of the reason why I put, like, Llanowar Elves and Bird of Paradise an honorable mention, because this is basically just that on steroids.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, so my next one is something that I would use on... Actually, no, that yours was an enchantment. Something I would use on Chatterfang. Kenrith's Transformation.
Wow.
I did not... hold on. Let me unhide. Enchantment aura, 1 and a green for enchant creature. When Kenrith's Transformation enters the battlefield, draw a card. Enchanted creature loses all abilities and is a green elk creature with base power toughness 3/3. It is not as strong objectively as in Trap on the Moon or
Imprison in the Moon.
Imprison in the Moon, because creatures are far easier to get rid of than lands. But it's still really good, and you still have to have a way to get rid of a creature, right?
Or just block it with it.
If people are attacking you, sure. Yeah. But maybe that's a threat, and they're like, well, now I won't attack you anymore, so you can't block.
With Cryptolith, right? Still a land.
Still, technically, yeah, but not.
Yeah, I know, I'm just messing with you.
But yeah, that is a fun interaction that it would.
Yes, I could still tap it.
You could.
And what you could then do is imprison the elk.
On the moon?
Yeah.
No, I think it's
It just says creature.
Does it say creature? I thought it was non-token creature. Oh, no,
it's still not a token.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you elk it and then imprison it.
Why wouldn't you just imprison it?
Because it's more fun.
Okay.
Because think about it. What sounds cooler, putting Emrakul on the moon or a damn elk?
Emrakul.
But then you could... But whatever.
I think, Chris, you're wrong.
Ooh, what did you mean to say, Ryan? You have to listen to the whole thing. We are naming our favorite green cards.
Yes, in honor of St. Paddy's Day, which is not today.
Not today, but when this episode comes out, it'll be the very next day. All right. Imprison of the Moon. No, I'm sorry. Kenrith's Transformation is a very good card.
Thank you.
I will give you that. It's a good removal. It's green's Oblivion Ring, right?
Yeah.
So it just works.
It's just a solid card.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Chris, what is your next one?
Number 6. I'm going all the way back to some of the OG.
Oh, God.
Fog.
Wow. If you...
Yes?
This pisses me off.
Why?
Because I know you would lose your shit if I put Spore Frog in my list.
Did you put Spore Frog in your list?
We'll find out.
It's in your list, you piece of crap.
It is now.
It is now. Fog. What's wrong with Fog?
It's Spore Frog.
Yeah, but it's not repeatable.
Spore Frog usually isn't repeatable unless you have
only
Muldrotha.
played a Muldrotha.
Yes, to make it repeatable.
I hate it. Fog, 1 green, prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn. Now, it is good because it is specifically combat damage, right? So you can get around it. There are ways to stop it. It's still just an instant. It can be blocked, but it's a really good way to just, you're swinging at me? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's such, to me, this is one of the quintessential green cards. I think this came out, all the way back in alpha. Yeah, so
was it really?
Yeah, this was an alpha.
Wow.
Right? So it's just a strong card. It's been around forever because people recognize it. It's a damn good card.
I mean, 1 green for an instant.
Yeah, it's a combat trick.
Yeah.
You know? You think you got the kill, you swing out and then
yeah.
And then
you do have to make that noise
you have to hide under the table.
Yeah.
Cuz it's foggy.
Because it's foggy.
Because it's foggy. You gotta hide under the table. You can't see me.
I mean, yeah, not much to be said about Fog. It's not fancy. It's not presumptuous. It just does what it does, and it does it good, Did you already miss Tim's Spore Frog? No. Chris bitched and moaned.
It's coming. It's coming.
You don't know that,
It's
Chris.
on the damn list.
You don't know
it's number
that.
1, Tim. I already know. I don't even need you to read it. I'll read your number 1 for you.
My next one is Reclamation Sage.
Good choice.
Thank you, Chris. Let me pull it up here.
Tim's is bootlegger stash. That's not his number 1.
No, it's not
that's
even
not
on
the
there.
list.
2 and a green for a 2/1 elf shaman. When this creature enters, you may destroy target artifact or enchantment.
I feel like right now you and I are just biding our time until your number 1, which is Spore Frog.
No, it's not.
And we're just gonna yell for 6 minutes.
Yeah.
That's all. I'm gonna wake my son up. Look at your little shit-eating grin right now. It is goddamn Spore Frog.
It's not.
Look at me straight in the face.
I don't want it. You're ugly.
It's Spore Frog. I'm already yelling. That's what Spore Frog does to me.
Yeah, no, it's not Spore Frog.
Say that with a straight face. I'll look at the camera.
I'm not good at doing straight faces, but Chris, it is not Spore Frog.
Is it?
Okay, we'll get to that.
Okay, Recommendation Sage is a really fun card.
I didn't even get to talk about
Just talk about it.
It's great. It's just good value to drop a creature, hits the battlefield. It's a little 2/1, right? It's not going to do much. You might swing it with it. You might just chump block it. It's already served its purpose by the time it hit the battlefield. But when it's repeatable, that's really good, obviously. When you know,
Is that artifact and enchantment or just artifact?
target, well, or you get one or the
Well,
other.
yeah, one or the other, right?
Yeah, but it's one or the other.
Can you load the
Artifact.
card up real quick, just to make sure? Artifact or enchantment. Yep,
Yeah.
you may destroy. Yeah, I mean, it's great. You have a way to bounce it. You're
Yeah.
just blowing stuff up left and right.
Yeah.
Right.
Have a way to make more of them. It's not legendary.
That's true.
You can make a token of them. Same thing. It's good. It's good.
It's one of those green staples that if you're building a deck, you got an option, right? It's just an easy include in your green deck.
And it's cheap too. So if you just want a strong card just to have to round out your deck, right? You've got all the cards that you like wanted to throw in there,
Sure.
and you just need an option. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, we've talked about how to like deck building techniques, right? And Reclamation Sage is one of those really good cards because it fills the niche of 2 spots. It fills your creature slot and your removal slot.
Yeah.
In a 2-for-1 package.
Yep.
So I'll take it.
Yeah. Classic.
Classic.
All right, what's your next one?
What number are we up to?
You say
5?
Spore Frog. If your number 1 is Spore Frog, I'm gonna shit. I'm gonna literally crap my pants.
Let me just quick change this because I'd rather see it. I want to see you just.
Chris, we're in your house. Do you want me to?
You know what? It's worth it for the bit.
I guess
I'll get a towel.
Me too. No, not the towel part. You'd get me the towel.
All right, number 5. This is my pet card. Do you know what it is?
Shamanic Revelation.
Very good. Shamanic Revelation. You would think I have this higher, but actually I have it at number 5.
I genuinely thought this was going to be your number 1. Let me pull it up.
Shamanic Revelation, it's 3 green for a sorcery. Draw a card for each creature you control, and then Ferocious. You gain 4 life for each creature you control with power 4 or greater. It's like a slightly... It's a more conditional Harmonize. I mean, Harmonize is 4 mana, draw 3.
Sure.
Right. But Shamanic Revelation is really good, especially if you're running Go Wide.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't, like, the 4 life for each creature you control with power 4 or greater. Okay, sure, whatever. You're running Hydras, you heal 12 life. Call it a day.
Yeah.
Right? But if I'm running Squirrels and I have 6 Squirrels on the battlefield, this is a hand replacer. Right? And it's not an expensive card dollar-wise. It goes into a lot of cards. They have it rare. You could get Shamanic Revelation for, like, 15 cents. Right?
Yeah.
Like, and it's just... I prefer it over Harmonize.
It's just a good card. Chris holding Collector Oof.
I should have. Oh, I didn't even think about Collector Oof.
Collector Oof. It does kind of look like a leprechaun.
He really
but,
does.
Yeah. Shit. We
We really messed up.
Yeah, we did.
Go change your Spore
My
Frog.
number 1 is Collector Oof.
You tricked me. I just, and also, there's lots of shamans in Irish history, I guess.
They were
Druids and
yeah.
shamans too.
I think at this point...
Interchangeable.
Yeah.
Interchangeable.
Actually, they do think that... Or I don't think. I think it was, it's pretty well accepted that St. Paddy ridding Ireland of snakes was actually the Druids and the pagans from the land of Ireland.
No, it's snakes.
Oh.
And potatoes. He got rid of all the snakes and potatoes.
That was the British.
All their tree huggers. All right.
Wow.
So, Shamanic Revelation, my pet card. If I have a green deck, it's going in there.
Yep.
I mean, it's just an easy include for me.
All right. My next one... Which number are we
5.
on? 5? Oh, yeah, we're going backwards. One of my favorite cards to play, it's just... it's great. Croson Grip.
You do like that card.
It's great, man. Split second. Let me pull it up real quick. 2 and a green for an instant with split second. Destroy target artifact or enchantment.
So it's just Reclamation Sage with split second instead of a creature.
Yeah.
You really hate artifacts and enchantments.
I'm green. I want big bonk. Chris, what make you hurt? Get rock out of way.
I see rock blow up.
Hit with club, Chris die. Tim win, Tim happy.
Tim win, Tim happy. I mean, it is.
It's the split second.
Doesn't,
is what does
the
it
split second is huge. It doesn't get around indestructible or anything like that.
No,
or
it doesn't.
hexproof,
You know, it's
But still, just to be like, oh yeah, it's your doubling season. Nah,
yeah.
and it's instant, right?
It is instant.
Yeah, so that's great. Just end a turn. I'll blow up your parallel lives. Right, just a good card.
Like the only thing you can do is if you're blowing up a rock, you can tap the rock because I think split second says any non-mana abilities.
Correct. Nothing can go on the stack on top of it.
Correct. Yeah. But that said, I'm usually not gonna blow up a rock unless I'm like it's allowing you to do something.
Blow up like Basalt Monolith.
Yeah,
or
something
like that.
crazy.
Blow up a Phyrexian Altar.
Yeah,
Right? Something that's like your combo card. You can
Yeah.
never mind. Nah.
It's solid, man. It's a solid pick. It's not the most powerful removal, but it's also not the least power. Like I think it's underutilized in my opinion.
Yeah.
Would you consider Haywire Might green, or are we speaking strictly color pie, not commander
So
color?
I would consider Haywire Might green because it has a green in there. I mean, we did not include Chatterfang, who has a green color, but he has black in his card.
We did say mono green.
It has to be.
Yeah.
It has to be green.
Yeah.
Yes. And Haywire Might is also a great card, but it's not in my list.
I genuinely don't. I can't think of it off the top of my head. It's
Very similar. It's like sack. It's kind of like Caustic Caterpillar.
Okay. Sack it and do something.
Yeah. It's not green. Then I think it is green.
I think for our rules, just for right now.
Oh,
like
for
what
right
we're
now,
talking
yeah,
about,
sure.
Yes.
We did not include it in our list.
Yeah. We're doing mono green only.
All right. My number 4 is Guardian Project.
That was probably like my
That's your
11th. Yeah.
I love this card. I think it's a very good card. It is so good in Commander, just because of the singleton format. Like you go to the full screen. 3 and a green for an enchantment. Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, if it doesn't have the same name as another creature you control or a creature card in your graveyard, draw a card. I mean, it's a commander staple, right, for green because of the singleton format, right? You're not going to be playing with Heir Apparent, but or Relentless Rats or anything like that. But any deck that runs green that has a lot of creatures, they get to replace themselves, which is just strong. It's good, right? And it can even be your commander. So anytime you cast your commander, it's just enter the battlefield, get the benefit.
Sorry, when you said that, I was like, no, it can't, you idiot. It's an enchantment.
No, I'm saying when you cast your commander. Yeah. So I think it's such a strong card.
Yeah.
It's valued appropriately. It's not something, and again, it's one of those that kind of just it's like a Ristic Study. It's like you play it, people are gonna be like, yeah, whatever. What's one extra card, right? But if you play it early and you get it a lot, the benefit is people are gonna be like, you drew how many cards this game?
Yeah. It's good in any deck, I would say, but then you're right. Like the singleton just takes it over the top, right? Because you're never not drawing.
Correct.
But also in in 60 card format, you're probably still getting a lot of card draw off of this.
Depends.
Like if it's because it can be in your hand, right? Like it's only control or in the graveyard. Mm-hmm. So like if it's still in your deck, I think sure it's you got to have a little bit more go right for you, but I think you're still probably drawing like 3 or 4 cards off of this.
This is a commander card, just straight up. I would not put this in a 60 card.
You don't think so?
No. So what's your number 4?
All right, well, whatever.
I know. Judge me all you want.
I will. My number 4 is Sylvan Library.
Do you own a Sylvan Library?
I do.
What's it in?
I believe I put it in, I want to say Atraxa.
Really?
I either put it in Atraxa or Muldrotha. Because I wanted those to be like my
stronger
higher
cards.
Yeah. So Sylvan Library is 1 and a green for an enchantment that says at the beginning of your draw step you may draw 2 additional cards. If you do choose 2 cards in your hand drawn this turn. For each of those cards, pay 4 life or put the card on top of your library. Extra draw, man. It's amazing.
Pay 8, draw 3.
Pay 8, draw 3. And it's 8 life, right? Who cares?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it's really strong. It's really fun, in my opinion.
What I really like about it is it lets you basically top deck. Did you send him a copy? It may have been to me. I definitely have a copy now. I think it was to me, Ryan.
Yeah, I don't think that was me. I'm pretty sure I got mine in a box opening. Probably one of like the Commander.
Oh, when they reprinted it?
Yeah.
No, I agree. I mean, the fact that you get the fixture, it's basically a brainstorm every turn.
Yeah, it's
right?
really good.
In green, which is great. You draw 3 cards. Oh, these 2 suck. I'll get back to them later. But this card, the 3rd card, is the one I really, really want. I can keep that card. So you have those choices. And paying 4 life for 1 card, I mean, that's not a bad rate, right? Like, life is cheap.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really good. I think the only thing holding it back is the price, though.
Dollar-wise?
Dollar-wise, yeah.
Oh, sure. I tried to limit how many expensive cards I picked.
That's
why my number 3 is Gaia's Cradle.
I didn't, right? Because I just went with, like, favorite cards. So, like, even if I don't have a lot of them, I just really like the card. I just threw it in there.
Sure, that's fine.
Yeah. All right, what is your number 3?
My number 3 is now Cultivate.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
It is Cultivate.
We're not going to pull it up again.
Nope. Cultivate goes into every single green deck that I have. It is just, to me, the quintessential ramp card.
Yeah.
Right? I don't have any decks that really have non-basics. So there's never a time that Cultivate is a bad thing.
There's only, like, a very... I think I don't remember the specific deck, but I was, like... There was a reason that someone ran almost no basic lands, like 1 basic land of each type, and that's about it. So, yeah, to that point, this is any green deck. It should go in. You ramp good.
Yeah, exactly.
Getting back
the
to...
only one that I don't... I have 1 deck that has 1 of each basic, and that's Lich. Number 1, to piss you off, and 2, because Demonic Consultation.
So that has, like, a specific
There's a
function.
reason why, yeah.
That
Boring.
That...
Number 2 going to be Kodama's Reach. Ryan, remember, this is our favorite cards, not the most powerful cards.
Yeah. What's your favorite card, Ryan? Is it Counterspell? Nerd.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't know.
I in my mind, Cultivate is, like I said, the quintessential. This is the green card that goes in my decks. Mute him, please.
Yeah.
No, just okay. Go ahead. Yes.
Yes, for green.
Yep. What's your number 3?
My number 3 is, I think I know it, but I want to just double check. Yep. Rofellos, maybe. My number 3 is Evolution Sage.
Really?
I'm a big Sage guy.
You like landfall, huh?
I do.
You do like Sages.
He's great. A lot of my decks have +1/+1 counters in them. Obviously, he's an automatic clue to my Atraxa deck.
Sure.
He's in there. But he's good in general. Overall, he's good with poison. He's good with any other kinds of counters. He's just really, really strong for that.
You're not sharing the screen.
You're right, I'm not. So yeah, 2 and a green for an elf druid, a 3/2 elf druid with landfall. It says whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, proliferate.
So like Bristly Bill.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He's putting counters on everything. He can put -1. He can put, you can mess with people's sagas. You can do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. What was that card you said where you play like 12 forests, like Reclaim the Forest or whatever?
Awaken the Woods.
Awaken the Woods. You play that and you've got poison on anybody.
Game over.
Game over.
Game over.
Game over, man. Game over. So yeah. He's great. I love him. And again, he's probably the last of like, this was no particular order. He probably, if I had to rank him, he would have been closer to the bottom.
Your number 3? So only your top 2
Did
Probably
I?
more
Yeah. I must have. Sorry.
Anyway, my number 2, as we get down to the last couple, is Heroic Intervention.
Wow.
What?
I'm not gonna pull it up.
Yeah, don't pull it up. We know what Heroic Intervention is. We already
I
talked
already
about
read it out.
Yeah. I think Heroic Intervention is such a strong card. It's such a good protection card. It basically blocks everything other than sacrifice. Right?
Yeah.
Like, it blocks any kind of targeted attack. It has saved my life more times than I can count.
It's the card that you like clutch in your hand.
I draw
Waiting.
it, I keep that hand.
Yeah.
Like, I know I'm going to be using this card.
One Heroic Intervention, no lands. Here we
Done.
go.
That's right. 6 Crater Hoofs and a Heroic Intervention. I'll make it work.
In Commander?
I'll draw a land eventually.
Might be cheating. But
Listen here.
yeah, I mean, not much more to say that we didn't already say
No,
about that one.
I mean, it's such a good card. It's gotten reprinted as it should. It protects everything. I love having it. I'm happy when I draw it. It's never a dead card.
Yeah. My number 2. I hate mana drought. Right? It's my least favorite thing in
Getting
the world.
mana effed.
Yeah. So my number 2 is Yavimaya. Yavimaya's Cradle. Are we not counting lands?
Technically, they're not colors.
Yeah, crap, I didn't think about that.
Technically, they're colorless.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't care. I also don't know how to spell Yavimaya.
You're there.
Yavimaya. Is it not Yavimaya's Cradle? Is it
Cradle
Cradle?
space. Cradle of Yavimaya, maybe?
Is it Cradle of Yavimaya? There's no way.
No.
No, it was Yavimaya's Cradle. Cradle of Growth. Yavimaya Cradle of Growth.
There it
Sorry,
is.
it's not. It's not
Cradle.
Yeah.
Yavimaya Cradle of Growth. Okay.
So I'll pull it up. It is correct. It is a land. They are technically colorless. However, how can you not consider this a green card?
Because it ain't.
I consider
Literally.
I consider it green. It's a legendary land. Each land is a forest in addition to its other land types. It's so good. I throw it in every green deck I have. I'd throw it in a mono green deck.
Why not?
Why not? Yeah.
Why not? You have Forest Walk.
Yeah.
Right? This is great. Chatterfang. Chatterfang can't be blocked.
Forest Walk. All of your basic lands also now, not non-basic lands also now green. Mm-hmm. So good.
The problem with this one is it can also enable other opponents.
Sure.
You know, like you're missing out on green, but now maybe your opponent's also missing out on green.
That's
and now
fair.
they're not.
I think that is a risk I'm willing to take. If I'm missing green and it's preventing me from playing, I'm probably okay with if it's also preventing someone else from playing.
I don't think playing Yavimaya makes any sense in anything that's less than 3 color.
I don't know. I've been screwed in 2 color before as well.
Nowhere near as frequent as you would expect. You maybe have been screwed once or twice, but like I know in like a 3 to 4 to 5 color deck, I'm screwed all the time.
Okay. I mean, I don't know how you've had my experiences for me, but
Okay. I'm just telling
it's my favorite card, Chris. Shut up.
It's your favorite card? It's
one of
your
my
number
favorite-
2?
My number 2, yeah.
Your number 2 is your favorite?
It's my favorite card. For right now.
Absolutely, I know Squirrel. Spore Frog is number 1. Oh. Okay.
Spore Frog
I gotta
is
focus.
not number 1.
I gotta focus.
What's your number 1, Chris? If you say Spore Frog,
Spore Frog.
there's no way.
No. My number 1 favorite card that I like to run, you're going to be mad at me, it's my new form of Crater Hoof. It's an old card, but it's my new form of Crater Hoof.
Okay.
Triumph of the Hordes. It is such a good just game close out, let's get this crap done with and get another game started card.
Yeah.
Right? You hit the board with a Cyclonic Rift. You toss out Triumph of the Hordes. Everyone's like, all right, you win. 2 green for sorcery until end of turn. Creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain trample and infect.
Yeah.
Right? Any kind of go wide. Any kind of big creature. Just slap them with that trample. I mean, it's like Crater Hoof, right? But it's Crater Hoof with infect.
Yeah.
It's a huge effect,
Yeah.
right? Especially, like, if you have a big, juicy thing, this card works go wide or big and juicy.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I mean, specifically with the infect.
The infect is what sells this card.
Does Craterhoof gives trample as well?
He gives
right?
trample.
Yeah.
Yes. So, but if you have, like, one really big thing, Craterhoof is basically useless because it's +X for however many creatures you have.
Sure. Yeah.
You know? So, like, where a Craterhoof is going to really excel in a go wide, Triumph of the Hordes is going to excel in a go wide and a fat deck.
Yeah. It's sorcery speed. That's probably the only downside.
Why would you do this not in your turn to win the game?
Instant. So like you can't play it to respond to people blocking.
Oh, well, no, you play this, people know you're coming at them.
Like,
that's
that's
also
fair,
why
yeah.
I really like it, because
Yeah.
you slap this down, you're like, come at me, boys. Let's go! Let's go! Right? That's what this card is.
Yeah.
This is, to me, this is green. This is the, I'm coming at you. What do you got?
That's true. I think the infect is a very green mechanic.
Yes.
I'm not trying to say it's not.
All of these are green. Trample is green. +1/+1 is green.
Yeah.
Infect is green. All of this is just the green, come at me, bro card.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's why it's my favorite, right? Like, it's in Cat Dog. It was in Kraz, right? I put it, if I have it, it's in the deck.
Yeah.
Always. Because there's never been a time where I look at Triumph of the Hordes and go, damn it.
Yeah. That's fair. I think
You
it's
are
dumb.
smiling so much right now.
I think it's a dumb card. I think it's dumb and I hate
Then
it.
I picked a good card.
No, I think it's dumb and I hate it.
Tim, just fuck, man. Say it.
Chris, my number one is actually
Say it.
is Triumph of the Hordes.
No, it's not.
It is.
Is it really?
No, it's Spore Frog. You
Fuck
idiot!
Why did I fall for that? Why did I fall? Why did I was hoping. I was really hoping. I'm just gonna.
Spore Frog. You know what would suck
I'm
is
just
if
gonna
you play
cry.
Triumph of the Hordes and I sacrifice my little itty bitty frog.
Your vlog.
My little frog, and now there's no combat damage.
I'm gonna cry. I'm just gonna cry.
He knew it too. He knew it the whole time. He was right.
Christ. The moment I said top 10 green cards,
Yeah, you were like, oh,
I was
crap.
like, it's gonna be Spore Frog.
You know who's green? Spore
I
Frog.
thought it was gonna be 10 Spore Frogs. Number 10, Spore Frog. Number 9, Spore Frog. Number 8, Triumph of the Hordes. Just kidding, Spore Frog.
Idiot.
Why, Tim? Why do you torture me
It's so good, man.
so?
Does it bother you that your number one gets completely canceled out by my number one?
No.
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 No, it's not.
Because I just Cyclonic Rift it. Which will sack in response.
Yeah.
Then I'll curse and grip it. I'll turn it into an artifact.
I was gonna say.
I'll turn it into an artifact.
You and what artifact? Yeah, no, it's
Read it out. It just no. Don't even read it out.
Do I don't have to
Is it
read
a 1/1 or an 0/1?
it's a 1/1.
Verify
one-
that.
Okay.
You were wrong in the past.
That is fair. I'm pretty sure it's a 1/1 though.
I think it's an 0/1.
You want to bet?
No,
What do you want to bet?
nothing. Just click the damn
If
card.
I'm right, you have to say Spore Frog is a great card.
It is a good card, but that doesn't mean I can't be mad about it.
Woo!
Shit, it's a good card. You got me.
Yeah.
1/1 for 1. Sack it. Prevent all combat damage that we've been able to start. You yelled at me about fog.
I yelled at you about hypocrisy, not about fog. If you like fog, how can you hate frog?
Because the problem,
Like fog, hate frog, Chris.
the problem is every goddamn time you play that frog, you look at me with that face. You look at me like
Just heavy breathing.
you look like the troll face. I know when you draw it in your opening hand, you get a little. Ooh.
Absolutely.
It's there. It's there. Oh, here we go.
I think Spore Frog has won me more games than second, maybe only to Sir Conrad.
Scoop.
Yeah.
You are playing Molly and you tutor Spore Frog. Scoop.
I don't think I've... Well, actually, that's not true. I probably have tutored Spore Frog just to, like...
You
stay
just
in the game.
magically always seem to get it.
I do, yeah. No, it's uncanny. I love it. I can't imagine living without it. If they banned Spore Frog tomorrow, today would be my last day of Magic.
I hate doing this.
This is great. I'm having a great time, Chris.
You're so predictable.
Yeah. I don't know.
So, yeah.
Yeah, like what's the fun in being unpredictable? You know what I like, Chris?
Chaos Warp.
Stability. I like I like accountability. You know who I can count on?
Spore Frog.
My Fwog.
Your Fwog. What is that? Good old Rock.
Yeah.
He never lets me down. Mm-hmm. I can't wait for the one time someone's actually going to, like, kill you with not combat damage. Which happens all the time.
Yeah, that happens. Wart, any turn 5.
Wart. I haven't played Wart in a while. I should play Wart. You want to play a game after this?
Yeah, no, it's great. I think this was good. This was a fun time.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
From the moment I messaged you what I want to do for this episode, I knew that card was coming.
And I knew it was going to be my number 1.
From the moment I messaged you.
Yeah. Top 10 green cards.
Is it actually your top 10? Or no. I'm saying, is it actually your number 1 favorite card? Or did you put it there to piss me off?
No, actually my favorite card.
Seriously?
Yes.
Wow. A common Fwog.
A common Fwog who is so good. He costs like 5 cents maybe.
He's like a 12-cent card.
He's like a 12-cent
card. And he's
won
you so many games.
He's won me like a lot of games. Like has no reason, like he has no purpose other than to be there to just like protect my boys.
Your board.
Yeah.
Your whole board.
My whole board.
The problem, so at least with Fog, I feel like I've been tricked, right? Like someone plays Fog at me, I'm like, all right, you got me. Mm-hmm. That piece of shit is just on the board.
He stares at you.
Stares at you. I have an army, and then I'm coming at you, and you're...
Who wins? Who wins? An infinite number of big rampaging Baloths with Infect and Trample? One little Fwog.
Yeah, it only prevents combat damage. That's the problem. That's what we were just saying, right? Yeah. Like, sure, I can get around him with, Ward and Burn and stuff that. But it doesn't matter if you have a creature deck, which most damage, let's be real, if you're playing, honestly, probably creature damage.
Yeah. Sure, Spore Frog has no purpose being on the field when I'm playing against a Burn deck.
Sure.
But I still like him, and he's still going to prove himself useful most games, right? Sure. So, like, sure, if I'm playing my Molly deck against Wart, Spore Frog, if I get it in my opening hand, I'm going to feel good knowing that he's there. He's never going to hit the board, unless I am desperate.
Play him anyway.
I probably would. Honestly, I probably would.
You probably would. It's 1 mana. What's the downside?
Yeah, there is no turn 1. And then I can prevent combat damage if I want to.
Turn 1 Spore Frog may be a bad idea.
Yeah.
Because I would come at you with the force of 1,000 suns that whole game.
Well, it doesn't even matter if it's 1-on-1. You do that anyway. I'm saying,
in a 4-player game, if you're turn 1 Spore Frog.
Oh, no, I save Spore Frog in 4-player.
Okay, good. Smart man.
Yeah.
If you play him turn 1, I will jump over the table.
Probably,
I will rip it up.
That's fine. You know me 12 cents.
With interest?
Yeah, with interest, yeah. 15 cents.
Oh, man, this was fun.
Yeah.
I think this was a good time. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone.
Hope everyone enjoys it responsibly, but has a good time. Gets to do some Guinness. Split the G. Don't drink and drive.
Yes, don't drink and drive.
Be responsible. But have a good time.
Yeah. Do you have any... We haven't done one in a while, Tim. How's life?
Life right now is not bad.
Okay.
Doom scrolling's gotten a little bit worse recently. But
why?
No reason.
Nothing major in the world's happening, right?
Yeah, no, everything's great.
But everything's dandy.
But everything in my little corner of the universe is going pretty well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah, thank you. How about you?
Well, we just got back from Disney.
Yeah, how was Disney?
It was a good time. It was very tiring. I caught a cold down there.
Was it bird flu?
Maybe.
Yeah.
It was surrounded by a bunch of sick people flu because Disney adults are something else.
Yeah, dude, they're scary. They scare me more than, like, most other groups of people.
They're something, that's for sure.
Don't get me wrong, like what you like, and, like, I'm never going to judge somebody for liking something that doesn't hurt anybody else. But, like, they take it seriously. Like, they are fanatics, like, they're, I have a friend who goes to Disney at least twice a year. Oh, I'm obviously not going to say their name on camera, like, because I don't know them.
Someone I know?
I'm pretty sure you've met them, yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you after.
That's a lot of Disney.
It is a lot of Disney. And it's one of their favorite things to do, and it brings them happiness, so, like, obviously,
Good for them.
Good for them. But, like, I don't think there's anything I would do twice a year. I mean, actually...
I would go hang out in Star Wars Land all the time.
If I had the money, I would travel twice a year.
Sure.
If I could.
Sure. I will say, going there, I have not... The last time I was in Disney was 2014. So it had been a minute.
Yeah, but...
Seeing Galaxy's Edge was awesome.
Yeah.
That was really cool. Rise of the Resistance was a ton of fun. Smuggler's Run was a ton of fun.
Did you do Universal? Is that where...
We did not do Universal.
Okay.
Galaxy's Edge is in Hollywood Studios.
Gotcha. Okay.
I mean, I built a lightsaber, which was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I showed that off last week.
Yeah, you did. Where is it?
It's upstairs. I'll show you after.
You're hanging it up like right
I
over
think
there.
I'm going to hang it up right there.
Yeah.
Right across the top of the TV.
Yeah.
Which I think is a good spot for it.
I think so too.
Yeah,
you don't have the. Do you have to get like a special mounting thing or just like some?
I just find a mount
some
that
command,
works for. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to tape it to the wall.
No, but they make command hooks, don't they?
Well, I'll get something nicer.
Oh, okay,
I'll make it look nice. Like,
gotcha,
it's a presentation, not just storage.
I thought you were going for minimal, like, it's just going to be there, so, like... Oh, Zane has recommendations.
All right, yeah. If you have recommendations, send me a message.
Yep.
But, yeah. Been painting a lot. A lot of Star Wars painting. Now I'm back into the Star Wars mood.
Did you ever... You never signed up for that tournament?
I didn't.
Mm.
I've... It was like at the same time as something else that was going on. I've been watching on Longshanks for any tournaments in the area.
Okay.
If there was a tournament in like Philly or something like that, I would totally do that.
What was the one that you were looking at?
DC.
Oh, okay.
It was at this place called Your Hobby Place in Alexandria.
Okay. Yeah,
which actually had like 14 people show up.
Okay.
So like the game is pretty big there. I really wish there was a bigger scene in this area other than just me playing with friends.
That's fair.
You're still the only one.
I was going to say, I hope that your blemished record, because of me, isn't why you didn't do.
No. I didn't want to go like right before vacation for fear of getting sick before vacation.
Absolutely.
I ended up getting sick anyway.
But you got sick there, which is better than missing the trip.
Sure. Yes. I did have to one of the days feel like that with Magic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Ryan, stop playing such powerful cards.
Yeah, maybe it's you, buddy.
Maybe it's you. Yeah, I mean, like right here, you can see I've got all my painted peoples back here. It's kind of hard to see.
Yeah,
I've been. You want to play?
Shatterpoint?
Yeah.
No, I gotta go home. I'm tired. I'm sleepy.
No, you're not sleepy.
I'm just a little leapy.
You're just a weepy.
I need EBs and Neebies to sleepies.
I have also, because Tim stopped playing with me, I've created my own Baldur's Gate 3 character.
I didn't stop playing with you, Chris.
Yes,
I just
you did.
really like RoboQuest. And that's your fault.
I know it's worth it.
Yeah.
When I looked you on stream and said, Tim, are we ever going to play Baldur's Gate 3 again? And you straight-faced said, nah.
For the lulz.
You're a grown man. For the laws?
Chris,
Skibbity toilet?
we talk about card games on our podcast.
Maturely.
No, we don't. You can't come at me with the "you're a grown man" as you sit there. Here's all my Star Wars stuff.
Well, I didn't say it like that.
Might as well have.
Yo, check out my Riz.
Lulz is not a new term.
Yeah, it's old man.
Yeah.
I guess you're
it's
such a
our
millennial.
age.
Such a millennial.
Oh my god. You're a millennial too.
I know. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys.
Mm-hmm.
If you want more content like this, I'm sorry.
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you? Evie's plugs will be at the end. We do Magic content every other week. I'm sure you guys are listening in. Be sure to come check us out on Twitch if you want to watch the live stream of us recording. Other than that, we'll be playing video games Mondays and Thursdays, other than recording Mondays.
Yep.
Episodes go live a week later, so if you're listening to this now, it's
the day before St. Patty's
Day before St. Patty's Day. Enjoy yourselves, guys.
Yep. Oh,
Cool.
love you too,
Thanks.
Evie.
Yes, and thank you. Big shout out, obviously, to our social media coordinator, Evie, for putting in so much hard work in our Facebook page and posting on Instagram, not Instagram, on Discord, on her Instagram.
Yeah.
And, making sure our social media presence is still there.
Yeah.
I do very much appreciate it, honey. I see you in the chat. Love you.
Wow, that wasn't planned at all.
It really wasn't.
Yeah.
No,
Or
she's
not
actually in the
planned.
chat.
No, sorry, not planned's not the right word. Coerced.
What did she type there?
It looks like
The moon?
circle.
A circle? The
I don't
moon?
know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's not coming in.
You were being watched. Remember this well.
It's a heart.
It's a heart. Oh, it didn't come in. It did not come in as a heart. And remember, if you want to go look at Evie's Instagram, S'more Books Please.
Yeah, s'more. There's no s'more books, please.
S'more Books Please.
Not
There's no
s'mores.
s'mores. It's
Yeah, okay.
s'more.
Yep.
She is by and far past us in followers now.
I know, man.
She is cruising. She is winning books left and right. This girl is a lottery machine. I need her to start winning cards for us.
Oh, like it's lottery. It's not like you're.
No, she signs up for giveaways.
Oh, and just wins.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
How many books she won? I came home yesterday and with groceries, and she's like, guess what? And I'm like, and she was like, why are you not happy? I'm like, when she was like, what's wrong? I'm like, oh, I thought you were just going to tell me how many more books you won today. She said I got cool news. I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
Half listening. I was just like, wait a minute, you actually have news.
Oh, was it not books?
No, it wasn't books.
Oh, okay.
She was just like, excuse me? I'm like, oh, I thought you were just telling me how much more you're winning.
Yeah.
But no, she's doing great. She's got tons of arcs. She's been going. It was book related, but it wasn't about winnings.
Gotcha. Okay.
But she's working with authors now.
Okay.
So she's actually on a ton of PR teams promoting things. She's PR for a podcast now.
Oh, damn.
I'm not going to promote them because that's a podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know them.
She used to work for a podcast.
She used to work for a podcast. She used us.
I don't think that.
No, she still uses it. She still does a great job with
Yeah.
Wad Card Wednesdays and things like that. So,
What are you going to do while I am away? I know it's a few weeks from now, but
we'll worry about that in a few weeks.
okay, fair enough.
I don't know. I'll just play video games. I'll do something. I'll figure something out.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get Ryan on an episode.
I was gonna say you could do
You know what I'll do? I'll do a 2-hour interview of our moderator to make sure that he is fitting the role.
performance review.
A mod performance review. I love it.
Your your bands per minute have plummeted.
Yeah,
right?
they really have. Yeah. All right. How about we end the episode now while we talk about Ryan's performance on stream?
I don't use this word lightly. Terrible.
All right, guys. Until next time. I'm Chris.
And I'm Tim.
And this is Casual Commander.
And we love you.